Hello? Hello? I don't know where I'm live at. Oh, hello, everyone. I'm Greg Tiddets, the world's greatest alto saxophone player still living. That I know of, I don't know of anybody else but me. I'm playing, they're all died. They all died. But I'm still going, and uh, I'm still looking forward to playing some great alto sax. And I want to thank Google and those beautiful solar panels I saw when I was posted on Bill Moyer's Now PBS forum. And hey, this is going to be fun because I can talk about music or things related to music, and that can be about anything I want since I'm kind of a writer. Having graduated from UCLA and BA in English, I've pretty much got a associate arts degree in auto mechanics. And of course, I use the extreme knowledge of how automobiles work because they are based on 12-volt DC electricity. And so watts divided by volts equals amps. Electric. Watts, W, over volts equals amps. And then you cross multiply to get the answer of what you need to use. It's the only formula to know to be an electrician I found. And there's a plus and minus both in the AC or alternating current hybrid form of electricity, meaning it really doesn't exist anywhere in nature. The only reason AC is any good at all is because it can travel an HO a long distance along wires. And of course, that's all atavistic at this point. I want to put a shout out here to Father Knows Best TV show for Betty, who taught me that this word, I was about 6, 7. I'd read about 25, 30 books by the age of 6, cover to cover, including one by Hugh Lofting called Dr. Dolittle. It was about 675 pages long. I read at least 10,000 books. My mom taught me by sitting in bed with me, putting me to sleep by putting this light on. I remember her following along with the light and the pencil and the words. That's how I learned to read, by 4 Gospels that my mom had to me to put me to sleep back in 1956. God, that's a long time. Yeah, no, let's say I was 3. So it would be 1950. I learned how to read at the age of 3. And hey, I guess that's my expertise here. Graduate UCLA, and well, I can run out of things that are not great to say. I'm just testing the system anyway. God bless all of you. God loves you. He does. Look around. The argument by design sure has me by the head, and the thousands of miracles I've witnessed in my lifetime. Literally thousands. That's why I consider Christianity the superior in that regard to Mohammedanism, I used to call it Islam, that's the word. And it's more advanced in that it's got the idea right, and that it is immoral and against the Ten Commandments in a number of ways to charge any interest on anything. That's why I have a company on Category to the DBA Pantoria Regional. I never charge anybody any interest on any loan I give. I guess that extent I'm a Sharia law follower. I've got something to say to you. Eh? Think I'm an intellectual or something. I hate money, and I love hard physical labor. That's true. I hope my eyes are focusing well. I fell on this one at the age of 5 in the ice in Atlanta, Ohio. Bam! I wrestled the guy. He's the first guy I ever met. I was 5, who was stronger than I was. I was stronger than everybody. Always. His name is Mark Mahone. He's a big guy. He used to go around like this. 3 buddies, and we'd plow into old people, plow into this person, plow into that. We don't want to mess with that guy, that's where I learned to play tennis. That's where I learned to play baseball. That's where I learned to play basketball, football at Parkway Elementary School in Atlanta, Ohio. 1465 Parkway it was. Is that a big secret that I can't give out to anyone? About making any mistakes. We've learned more from President Trump, who reminds me a lot of, frankly, Andrew Jackson. He's no quitter. And I dig that because I ain't going to quit. I'm 120. That's my goal, 120. Everyone should be doing to be 120 right now. Sometimes through prayer. You tell people, I don't know how good this is. Sometimes he's allowed in the past people's ages to be reduced. In the 80s, often people were so exhausted and tired. Thank God for our middle class, which cooperated with the Republicans and Democrats. Every American cooperated in that effort to end the Cold War. And thank you, President Reagan, leader of the free world at the time. President Gorbachev, my own local pastor, Bob Beckett at the Dwelling Place, and Jimmy Swaggart, the greatest evangelist that's ever lived in this country, in my opinion. We disagree on a lot of things. I had to write him a letter one time. He's a great team. And I'm kind of, you can tell I've lived a little bit of a rough life, maybe. You gotta see the scars. Enough of that. And what else to say? People what else should I say? Well, I could listen to Dr. Wolf. I could listen to Ian Masters. I could listen to Johan Johan Galton? Johan Galton. He said it'd be all over by 2020. That was my prediction from a vision I had prior to 9/11. An NPR expert I happened to hear one day, he was about 22. This can't last this much longer, can it? Referring to the extreme trickle down, which was already proved to not work in the past. It didn't work when it was used before. It was used before in the 1920s, for example. And that's all Reagan did was go back to an obsolete economic system that was shit canned by every reputable economist in the United States, as far as I know, until around 1965, it seemed like. I got in there as an economics major, and they kicked me out of the English department because I kept arguing with them. They said, "Finally, Mr. Tibbetts, you go to these are astute economists you're dealing with. These are men with PhD degrees, some of them, master's degrees, all of them, the assistants, everybody. Why do you argue with everybody saying that the new economics is a fraud?" Well, I was born yesterday. I've read the Bible 3 times all the way through. Read Shakespeare, practically all of it. And in Shakespeare, they say there are such things as economic needs. So if you say all of a sudden the new scientific method of economics, rather than the old liberal education, you have to know something about English language and how to communicate with people, or it's meaningless. The system that, I'm sorry, no, I think you develop is useless. Give me a Strunk and White. I'd have to ask my friend Danny Ball about that. Oh man, where do you hear that guy? I play him all the time. I don't know what I'm going to do by this streaming, but thank you for visiting. I feel so much less alone, and don't forget, when two are gathered in his name, it comes true. The miracle comes true. Thank you, God and Jesus, for it.